The weather, sponsored by Qatar Airways.
That's the time of year when males are pursuing the females, and that's where you can see sparring when they lock their antlers together. You can hear the bugling, this kind of high, keening call that sounds very eerie. If you didn't know what it was, you would not put it to the animal that it comes from. The goal for the males during the breeding season is to be the only boy with all of the females and to keep all the other males away from the girls. And then the younger boys are hoping to sneak in and maybe get a girlfriend that year. So you'll see young guys locking their antlers and sparring. That's really just practicing for when they're older and actually going to be more competitive for the ladies.
I was here in January and February of last year, counting down to the invasion. I was sure it would come, but it turned out to be even worse than I expected. We were in Mariupol, which is a port city in the east. It's only 30 miles from the Russian border. But inside the city, there was this surreal atmosphere of calm. And I remember we went to film in a supermarket. We met a lady called Tatiana, who was 74 and very feisty. And I remember she almost seemed angry that we had dared to ask the question, will the Russians invade?
Поняла? Ну кто будет торгаться? Чего ради? Что такое война, вы думаете? Нет, не было и не будет.
Welcome to Newsday. Reporting live from Singapore, I'm Karishma Vaswani. The headlines. Donald Trump has flown back to Florida after being charged with criminal offenses in a court in Manhattan. This is the scene live. He pleaded not guilty to 34 charges of falsifying business records to conceal criminal conduct from U.S. voters. The legal team representing the first U.S. president to face felony charges say their client is being unjustly singled out.
Everyone is not above the law, no one's below it either. And if this man's name was not Donald J. Trump, there is no scenario we'd all be here today.
New York's district attorney defended his decision to treat Mr. Trump like any other potential criminal.
These are felony crimes in New York State, no matter who you are. We cannot and will not normalize serious criminal conduct.
Live from our studio in Singapore, this is BBC News. It's Newsday.
It's 7 in the morning here in Singapore and 7 in the evening in Florida, where Donald Trump has just flown back from Manhattan. I can take you to the scene live there at the airport. As you can see, there is a flurry of vehicles that are awaiting the scene there. But he indeed did make U.S. legal history there, becoming the first person ever to have served as president to be charged in a criminal court. He entered not guilty pleas to 34 indictments. The prosecution claims he repeatedly and fraudulently